Hello everyone. I hope everyone's doing well. It's 5:13 p.m. 28th of August 2025, Thursday. So it's Y2K here with another sort of a very interesting sharing that I'll do today. One thing I'll be sharing with you guys would be let's talk a little bit about finding out the telltale signs of scams. So some of it, I think we'll just stick to one platform as an example, yeah? So if, for example, you're on Telegram or WhatsApp, and then suddenly you see that there's some kind of a pop-up, okay, from let's say, for example, a crypto group or in money investing group, profit sharing group. The one real truth that I have looked, and I've actually, interacted with some of these groups out of curiosity, is that there is no free lunches. Read my lips, ladies and gentlemen, is that there are no such thing as a free lunch. Because while you have all these individuals who may be in a group, they try it out, and they seem to like bada bing, bada boom, they put in maybe $100 and they get $100,000, But the thing where the scammers get to you is when, let's say you put $100, you transfer $100 over to them, and then they'll say, okay, we're processing your, say, an investment, okay, wait and see, you're gonna get your investment, okay? And the thing is that when they write back to you and say that, oh, your $100 investment has reached some kind of, has managed to reap benefits for you today, and you're lucky, and you're like, oh, wow, wow, I finally, for some people, or for many of us, maybe we felt like we've never been lucky with playing the lotto. We've never been lucky, in a lot of aspects, and suddenly you're so lucky, and you're gonna get some kind of remuneration from this $100 investment, and then now you're gonna get a $100,000 investment. So the question becomes, how do we know that this is a real deal? The thing is that when they start telling you, okay, provide me your bank account details and your name, it sounds legitimate. You put $100 in, they take the money and they do something funny with it, and then $100,000 is going to come back to your bank account. It's brilliant. And then you start planning about getting those lovely clothes, lovely watches, lovely bags. But the problem is that when it comes to getting the money from said person in this so-called, let's call it a crypto group chat, or A crypto group chat, and maybe a B investment group chat, and you're like, hey, all of these people, they've put in $50, they put in $100, and they're getting, they show you bank transactions that they're getting the monies, but there's so much details they're leaving out. One detail is that when it comes to suddenly transferring money, and they'll say, oh, by the way, we need you to pay for this VAT tax, or you need to pay for this tax. That's one thing, paying taxes on, for like investments that you're getting from crypto or something. Now, it depends from country to country. There may be taxes. So I would say be very careful, because they'll tell you, oh, you need to pay for taxes. And then another, what they'll say is, oh, you need to pay for conversion fees. Oh, the conversion fees. Suddenly, your $10, your $100 that you invested now needs to convert into Ethereum, and for Ethereum, it goes from one bank to another bank. So you're suddenly realizing that you've put in a very small amount of money, and you're thinking, oh, I'm going to get big, I'm going to get rich today, but suddenly you're upping them, you're realizing you're putting $300. After that $100, you're putting $300 for this processing fee. After $300 processing fee, you move on to $400, $500. Oh, we need to, because this bank and that bank, they need to do transactions, and then there's commission fees, blah blah blah. Now these fees are never ending. Why I'm telling you that it's never ending is because you are, in a way, you as a so-called, maybe you're a newbie investor, maybe a hopeful investor, and you're thinking, look, I finally have a chance to make some money, and some of us are genuine about it. We just want to make some extra cash so they can, pay off medical bills, pay off mortgage, pay off university fees. The truth is that the moment you spend a little bit, and the moment you start saying, oh no, there's this problem, oh no, you need to pay for this, oh no, you need to pay for those processing fees. Okay, those fees are endless. Yeah, they don't stop. From $100 you're paying to $400. From $400 you're paying $600. Processing fees, taxes. And then you've got because this bank needs to take this money and then needs to send it to some plane and drop it. I know I'm sounding ridiculous, but that is where you realize, oh boy, you've got yourself in a ditch. You've got yourself in a ditch. And sharing, from experience, is that they will not stop, because something's kind of fishy here. While you look at this group chat, they've probably got 187 people, 150 people, 80 people, 70 people, and all these people are just getting money. So the question I ask is, hold on, Y2K, how are these people getting money and I'm not? Alright, so for example, there was this one group which I saw, which popped on my Telegram. They would sell investment packages daily, and then you get all these people who will just be like, we are making money, I can pay off this, I can pay off that, and you're thinking the same thing too. So maybe you threw in a very small amount of money. It always starts small, because that's a hook. The hook to catch you on is you're paying a very small amount of money, and then it grows, but you're not getting the amount. And they say, pay me 20% or 10% of whatever you get for your profits, you can pay me. But hold on there, because you may be thinking, I get my profits first, then I pay the guy. Yes? But here's the thing. What they're gonna do is, in the midst of you trying to pay all those processing fees, and then you pay all those taxes, processing fees, the amount of money which they say that you should be paying them for the services rendered, okay? I say again, services rendered would be like 10%, 15%, 20%, yes? But by the time you've paid all those processing fees, all those ridiculous invisible taxes, which I have no idea where they're pulling all these taxes from, okay? You have already paid more than that guy who said commission is already, way beyond what you're actually, and by the time you're paying, you're like, I'm supposed to get this $100,000 in profits. Where are those profits? So that's why I would like to tell you guys and share with you guys the telltale signs of it, is that sometimes we are all living in a very, very, difficult time. People are losing jobs. People are trying to save on rainy days. You want extra money so you can hustle, and especially when you're a newbie in cryptocurrency and all these things, a lot of things can go sideways very quickly. And for example, cryptocurrency, stock trading and all these things, if you're number one, if you have very little capital, it's a challenge already to even think about trying to start, doing investments on very small capital, because you'll be wondering, but I can grow this, I can make it work, I can make it work. Yes, you can, but the problem is that the platform that you're looking to grow your money, it is full of absolute scammers inside it. It's just full of scammers and people who are just looking to take advantage of your hard-earned money. The truth is, if you're still in a job, ladies and gentlemen, keep that job, cut down on your expenditure. Maybe, you know what, skip on the bubble tea, skip on the fatty foods, you know, and then try and eat healthier and all these things, and save up, and instead, you know, maybe sell some of your assets, take the money, keep it, you know, use the bank to grow interest or something. Because when we talk about legitimacy, there is zero to no legitimacy from all these random WhatsApp group, Telegram groups, Signal groups that suddenly just pop up and say, oh, you know, we have a foolproof, absolutely foolproof, that you can earn money, earn passive income, retire early, and all these things. All these are just catchphrases. They're just here to hook you on. And the truth is, maybe there are some real ones, but I don't know, because 187 people, 78 people, or 50 people in this group could be all linked up to one account. Could be all linked up to a group of them. You know, a bunch of friends, and they're thinking, oh, we'll scam these people that hard-earned cash, so maybe get 6 and 8 of us, you know, and split the profits. Yeah. And when they do that, they'll get all their friends to have new accounts into the Telegram or WhatsApp or Signal group chats, and then suddenly you'll be like, oh wow, these people are all like, they have pictures, they have profile pictures, families, children, everything. I'm not saying that they're all fake. Maybe some of them are actually real, but the truth is that some of these pictures could have been robbed from other innocent accounts, you know, taken from innocent accounts and made it look legitimate. So in conclusion, alright, I mean, there's a lot of telltale signs. There are no free lunches. If you're on a job, you're slogging away, I can only tell you, you're doing a great job. You're doing your best, you know. Don't lose sight of that. Encourage yourself. Tell yourself it's okay. You know, if you're not making enough, then you will hustle on the side. Which means, when I say hustle, try and absolutely be legitimate in your side hustles, because you don't want to have to, you know, to do bad things, to cheat people of their money like all these scammers do. And they're just mini bobinis, you know, really. There's mini bobinis cheating you of your hard-earned cash and your money. They didn't have to think about, oh, I should get a job. They're just gonna take your money and then do something funny with it. And all this, what? Oh, conversion fees, hidden fees, taxes, you know, and all these things. They're just here to come and take your money. And because you are looking at the end goal, you're looking at the end game, that $100,000 is your profit. But that $100,000 never makes it to your account. And you will have this feeling like you sit there and you're looking at your bank account and you're saying, oh, you know what? The money's gonna come, the money's gonna come. I would encourage you to stamp that feeling. Take a lighter, well, not a physical lighter, take a lighter and burn that feeling out, because these groups have no interest, especially those that just suddenly pop up out of the blue, you know. And then when you look at their records, they have 0 records. Look at Google reviews, some people are talking about scams and all these things. You need to know that they have no interest in seeing you profit. The one thing, I think, if we put ourselves and we think that we're making a lot of money, would they be interested to share their profit-making success with you? This is not some, you know, some very famous investor in real estate or someone telling you, oh, I've made money in real estate, I'm going to share with people. If they run seminars and courses where people are attending, sure, you know, I guess they have a level of legitimacy. Of course, there are always those that also run live courses, and they're also scamming people too. So use your best judgment and your wisdom, and then decide if that's legitimate or not. But the truth is that digitally, we talk about digitally, the Telegram groups, the WhatsApp groups, the Signal groups, or Line groups. Line is like an app too, by the way. And they talk about, we're making profits and all these things. Yeah, you just need to give money to us. We take it for you and we invest it for you. The truth is that they could be taking your money, investing into their own account, and then profiting to their own selves. And then all these extra processing fees, all these extra taxes, the bank needs to transfer to one bank, and then, if this bank needs to transfer this. By the time they transfer the money, okay, you'll be paying more than what you actually bargained for. From a short $10, you went up to $500, $600, but it wouldn't be that drastic. It'd be like $10, $50, $100, very meager sums, and then it grows. And the thing is, they can show you a screenshot, but you know what? With AI these days, they can do a lot of wonders with AI. They can do, AI where they talk about, they can show you pictures of people, or pictures of like credit from a bank, statements from a bank, and it still looks legitimate because they just need to have very good AI systems or computer systems in there to help them. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you learned something new today about scams. This is something that's a bit off topic from the general thing, but I think I don't see a lot of this, except from like forum groups, maybe within some YouTube channels. But I believe that we want to be a channel for, I would like my channel to grow to something that we talk about many different subjects, and we be a force of good. Yeah. So stay healthy, stay safe, be happy, and if you're all working until you feel that you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, the most important thing is that you are taking good care of yourself and your health. And know that for those of you with spouses, with families to care for, children to care for, you are doing your best. And you need to remember that every single cent and dollar that you're making is not wasted. But trust me, don't waste it on these scammers. They don't deserve a cent at all. Till the next time, it's Y2K wishing all of you well. Take care now.